state verbs الأفعال الساكنة. Some verbs are used in both simple and continuous forms. These are called action verbs. So, action verbs, these are verbs that are used in both forms, the simple form and the continuous form. For example, she usually drives to work, but today she isn't driving. She is walking. From this sentence, we can see the first part of this sentence. The verb drive is in the simple form, while in the second part of the sentence, the verb drive is in the continuous form. So, the verb drive is called action verb. Action verb because it is used in both forms. It is used in both forms. 2. Some verbs are almost never used in the continuous form. These are called state verbs. بعض الأفعال لا تستخدم إلا ما ندر في الصيغة المستمرة. These are called state verbs الأفعال الساكنة. State verbs. For example, I like black coffee. I like black coffee. I is the subject. Like is the main verb. Black coffee قهوة سادة. أحب القهوة السادة. We cannot say I am liking black coffee because like is belong to the state verbs. So state verbs cannot be expressed in the continuous form. 3. 7 of these verbs are not usually used in the present continuous. So in this table we have 7 of these verbs cannot used in the continuous. These verbs, for example, are expressed to refer to the feelings, thinkings, mental actions, positions. So try and do this exercise for you. I want you to choose these 7 verbs that cannot used in the action form. Care. I is the subject. Do is the auxiliary verb. Not. We put not because this is a negation. We have a negation. This is a negative sentence. So we put not after the auxiliary verb and before the main verb. So the main verb care, verbs of emotions and feelings. So this verb cannot be used in the continuous form. We have another type of stative verbs, verbs of having and being. أفعال الامتلاك. نعم. أفعال الامتلاك والاحتواء. Belong, own, have, possess, contain, cursed, seen, appear, need, depend on, way, come from, resemble. We have examples about verbs of having and being. This book belongs to Jane. هذا كتاب Jane. This book is the subject. Belongs is the main verb, which is called state verb. فعل ساكن that belongs to the verbs of having and being. Now we can see the main verb belong takes S. This is third person singular because the subject is singular. This book, it means it. It means it. So when the subject is singular, the main verb takes S. This book belongs to Jane is the complement. How much does it cost? We have a question. How much is the question word? ما سعره أو كم يكلف ذهبه. How much is the question word? Does is the auxiliary verb. It is the subject. Cost is the main verb. Cost is a stative verb which belongs to the verbs of being and having and the question mark. And the last sentence, he has a lot of money. هو يملك الكثير من النقود. So the last sentence, the main verb has cannot be in a continuous form because it belongs to the verbs of having. He is the subject. Has is the main verb. Has is auxiliary, but in this sentence it acts as a main verb because we don't have any other verbs. A lot of money is the complement of the sentence. We have examples here, students. I think you are right. أعتقد أنك على صواب. Opinion. So this is stative verb. I can't say I am thinking because this is a stative verb. I think you are right. He has a lot of money. This is a possession. هذا امتلاك. Possession. I can't say he having because this is a stative verb. He has a lot of money. I see what you mean. أنا أرى ما تعنيه أو أنا أعرف ما تعني. أتفهم ما تريد. This verb see is related and referred to the stative verb. We cannot say seeing because it is from the understandings and opinions. I is the subject. See is the main verb, and we have another sentence. You is the subject for the another phrase, and mean is the other main verb. Example. Verbs have different meanings. So here, these verbs have different meanings, as we can see. We are thinking of going to the cinema. So, as we mentioned earlier, think is referred to the understanding, so stative verb. So, why we use it here in the continuous? Because here does not refer to the opinion or mental activity. It refers to the action that in progress. هنا think لا يعبر عن نشاط عن حقيقة عقلية. نعم. But activity in progress. ولكن نشاط. يعني مو أنا أعتقد أني سوف أذهب إلى السنة ولكن الآن نفكر أن نذهب. يعني حضرنا أمورنا وجهزنا. So this is another usage. هذا استخدام آخر of think because it refers to the activity in progress. 2. She is having a bad day. So have, as we mentioned earlier, belongs to the stative verbs of having. But here there's no possession. لا يوجد لدي امتلاك للشيء ولكنها تعبر عن another meaning. لقد كان يومها سيئا. هي لا تملك اليوم ولكن this is activity. لقد كان يومها سيئا. So this is another meaning. Are you seeing Nigel tomorrow? This is activity. This is not see that refer to the stative verbs, but C فعليا وواقعيا نشاط. هل أنت على موعد أو سترى أو ستقابل نايجل؟ هذا نشاط وليست رؤية عقلية. I'm tasting this soup to see if it needs salt. Here taste, as we mentioned earlier, taste refer to the stative verbs, but here this is activity. يعني الآن أنا أتذوق الحساء، الآن أتذوقه، هذا نشاط and does not refer to the mind.